coming up next.
Twins, how do they come to be? We'll see what matches up later in the show.
The Penn Trafford Tutoring Program offers unique opportunities to a wide range of students. Find out how teachers and students alike are bringing it to life.
All this and more on today's episode of Wake Up Warriors.
Live from Penn Trafford High School. This is Wake Up Warriors. Wake Up Warriors starts now.
Good morning to you, Penn Trafford, and welcome back to Wake Up Warriors. Today is Thursday, February 2nd. I'm TJ.
And I'm Phelan. Good morning, TJ.
Good morning, Phelan. You know what? I think we're a lot alike.
How's that, TJ?
Well, we both love musicals, performing, but most importantly, Penn Trafford, we love bringing you the news.
Oh, absolutely, TJ. And speaking of likeness, one of our top stories has us seeing double.
I think that's right, Phelan. We've got a lot of twins here at Penn Trafford. Reporter Zach Grabowski went out to understand the biology behind twins.
Twins are a peculiar phenomenon, but what's the difference between fraternal and identical? I sat down with two biology teachers to see if our idea of twins was the same as theirs.
Well, there are two kinds of twins, two types of twins. There's identical and fraternal.
You have the identical twins, which are also known as monozygotic twins. That's where you have one egg getting fertilized by one sperm.
And as that zygote is going through the process of cell division, it splits into two separate clusters of cells.
Then those resulting two cells are separate entities that go through cell division to become individuals.
And they're identical because they came from the same genetic package. They have the same DNA.
Fraternal twins are also known as dizygotic twins,
You have two separate eggs that are released from the female,
getting fertilized by two separate sperm.
and they continue to go through that process of cell division, and they develop into two separate babies.
And that's why they're non-identical, because their genetic information is different.
Do twins have any special type of telepathic powers?
So this is something that interests me. I've been asking any twins I've had my entire teaching career, if they're separate from their twin brother, sister, whatever it may be, do they know if that twin's having a bad day, or if they get physically hurt, do they feel it?
So I read up on that, and because it's interesting, like some people say they could sense things with their twin, but there's zero scientific data to back it up.
And not once have I had anyone conclude that. It's not scientifically proven.
No.
No, I don't think so.
No. We used to try and fool people, but we don't.
You were lying.
No, not at all.
None.
We say the same things all the time.
Yeah, like we finish each other's sentences and stuff like that.
Like that.
I don't know. Probably not.
Well, sometimes like whenever he's sick, like I get sick or like he's hurt and like I'll get hurt right after that. So it's just kind of really weird how it all happens.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were younger, we would get like the same grades on things, but like miss the different questions. But
funny enough, that was when we were sitting next to each other, but
no, we did not. No, surprisingly not. There's no telepathic. We know each other enough. We can just tell what's going on. We don't know what's actually going on.
we also appear in the same places in the house at the same time.
Oh,
into the
yeah.
kitchen.
Like I'll go downstairs and she'll already be like where I was planning on going. Or like, I don't know, telepathic, I guess.
Zach Grabowski, PT TV.
In other news, whether it be from William Shakespeare to some of the hardest concepts in physics, Penn Trafford has teacher and student teachers ready to help. PTTV's Connor Alexander dives deep into the benefits of both students who are in need of assistance and the peer tutors who provide it.
The sound of signing into the Media Center. For some, it's just the beginning of another study hall, but for others, it's opening a world of education. Penn Trafford's amazing tutoring program offers assistance in all subjects. We sat down with a teacher and peer tutor to find out what the program entails.
So when a student needs tutored for any particular subject, there are a ton of peer tutors from periods 1 through 8 that are experienced in that subject that you need tutored in. To come down and get tutored, you literally just come down and get tutored. You can send me an email and I can hook you up with someone, or if you just need a quick, I need help with this subject or help with this problem, You just come in and tell me the subject, and I'll just assign you someone.
Yeah, so, kids come to me to help out, and, I'm a really helpful person. I really like to help people out. If anyone comes like, hey, I need a math tutor, yeah, I'm absolutely here to help. I sit down, I look through your work, and I just run through it all. It makes me feel better to know that other people are understanding and starting to have a love for a subject that I also really enjoy. It's really nice.
But not only do students needing help in their subjects benefit from the program, peer tutors are now open to a world of opportunities by lending a helping hand.
Peer tutors get community service hours. So if you're here and you're working with a fellow student, you do get community service hours, plus you do get experience in working with your peers.
Really helped, for graduation requirements. Colleges are going to really enjoy to see that we spend all this time helping kids, and it also helps me as a person, so that's a really great skill to have.
To become a peer tutor, usually students will just email me and say, hey, I'd like to be a peer tutor. I'll pick them up on whatever subject, and then we have a master list of every student and the subject that they want to tutor in.
If you ever feel like you need help, absolutely come down. The tutors are all very nice. They're all very willing to help. They're here for a reason. We're here to tutor, and we've all been in your position and not understood something, so it's okay to not understand the first time.
There are people here to help you, whether that's an adult tutor or a student tutor. Even if you need help for a day or you need help for a month, it's okay. It's only there to help you, and don't feel embarrassed by needing a tutor.
Anyone who needs a tutor should feel free to reach out to Mr. Buczkowski, as well as anyone wanting to be a peer tutor who thinks they could help make a difference here at PTHS. Reporting for PTTV, this has been Connor Alexander.
Speaking of the Media Center, Penn Trafford is currently hosting its first ever Medical Career Day in there right now. We now go live with our very own Morgan Arlia to learn more about this exciting opportunity. Good morning, Morgan. What do you have for us today?
Thanks, TJ. We're live from the Media Center with Christina Hines and Dr. Sherman. Christina, can you tell us how this day will benefit students looking to go into the medical field?
It's going to give students some more experience in all the various fields of medicine, and it'll help them decide on what they want to do after high school and what they want to do in college.
Thank you. And Dr. Sherman, can you describe what an everyday life is in your profession?
Yeah, sure. I work currently in geriatrics in nursing homes, and I go in to the facility and find out all the patients that are having problems that day, fevers, change in mental status. So I work with a lot of patients with dementia. And once I figure out who I'm seeing and patients I'm following up on, which I work pretty much independently in the nursing home by myself with the nurses, and I will basically go examine all of my patients, and then diagnose and figure out what the problem is, order a test, and then prescribe medications according to what is going on with the patient. Sometimes I have to call families or counsel families about, maybe there's a decline in condition. We have a lot of patients that need, want to go on hospice and are going to be, not doing well in their 90s or 80s. So that's my, my typical day. I do a lot of sitting down at my computer and charting everything that I did. So I have to write down every single thing that I did the whole day.
Right. Thank you. Now let's send it back to the desk.
Thanks, Morgan. Now, can you tell us, how long is this event going on for today? What time does it end?
This event lasts all day and it will end at 2:25.
Thanks, Morgan. Because
Thank you,
of this event,
TJ.
the Media Center will be closed all day today. Due to the scale of the event, peer tutors and semester passes should remain in their study hall. If you are receiving tutoring from Mrs. Moles or Mrs. Castelli, please go to the upstairs fishbowl. The coffee shop will be takeout only today.
Speaking of things that have to do with the Media Center, if you're looking for some family fun with a centuries-old twist, the media literacy students are hosting a bingo night in March. Our very own Lily Willis talked with Ryan Grabowski for more information on this upcoming event.
On March 2nd, the Penn Trafford Media Literacy team is going to have a bingo night because it's fun for the whole family and everyone can do it. We're looking at advertisements for the public and for people to donate. We're looking for food vendors. We're looking for a bingo caller, which is rumored to be Mason Tassadori, and how to display the game.
For the upcoming reveal of prizes, visit the Penn Trafford Instagram, or if you have any questions about this upcoming event, visit Mrs. Folk's room or talk to Ryan Grabowski.
The interns will also be showcasing Penn Trafford's talents to the public in an upcoming talent show. Once again, our very own Lily Willis talked to Zariah Correct to learn more.
The media literacy class is planning a talent show right now. The date is to be determined, but it will probably be somewhere around February or March. We wanted to plan a talent show because it's a great opportunity for students to showcase their various talents, and it's a great form of entertainment for all ages. Right now, we're waiting for permission and a date to use the stage, and also we're on a talent search for grades 6 through 12, and we're just trying to figure out a way to organize those participants when they sign up.
For the past 2 days, Mr. Rieger's AP Physics 1 class has been actively exploring the laws of nature. On Tuesday, the class traveled down to the wrestling room to experience their momentum unit firsthand. Following that yesterday, the class took to the slopes outside, taking advantage of this recent cold weather to expand on kinematic, acceleration, and velocity equations.
The Fashion Club will be selling handmade pocket hugs with lollipops and a message for Valentine's Day. Keep an eye out for the Fashion Warriors table in the main hallway on the mornings the week before Valentine's Day.
The Unified Club is holding its first meeting of February today from 2:30 to 3:30 in the LLA. This meeting is for students and staff do not have to attend. If you have any questions, email Dom Randall or Maddie Setzenfand. Hope to see you there.
The Penn Trafford Warrior newspaper started using the High School Media Center's podcast room. So far, the journalism students have posted 2 new podcasts this year about the movie The Whale and a ranking of Christmas movies. You can listen to these podcasts at theptwarrior.com. We forgot to mention that today is one very special holiday. Pennsylvania's very own Punxsutawney Phil came out to greet the visitor at Gobbler's Knob this morning for Groundhog's Day. We are now live with our very own Sophia Laspina, who delivers us the news from this wonderful little groundhog. Hey Sophia, what's the verdict?
If he sees his shadow, it's 6 more weeks of winter, and if he doesn't, spring has come early. Now let's go to Punxsutawney to see if Phil saw his shadow.
I see that everyone knows their part, and I am merely the sage. But above all else, I see a shadow on my stage. And so, no matter how you measure, it's 6 more weeks of winter weather.
Thanks, Sophia, and a happy Groundhog's Day to you. Now, it's been a busy week for Penn Trafford sports, so let's send it over to Ryer Wilkes for the sports rundown. Good morning, Ryer. What do you have for us?
Thanks, Phelan. The cheer team had their showcase last night at the high school for nationals. We sent reporter Don Morelli and Aiden Poole to find out what they did and how their expectations were.
Okay, so we had a showcase tonight, and basically that's just a chance for us to show our parents and the people at home who can't travel with us whenever we compete, just like what we've been doing and what our practices are really about. And it's kind of a last chance to perform before we have to perform for the actual judges that will be making all the decisions next week. So it's a way to get all the nerves out.
And we did really well. We just had to change our whole routine due to a medical scare, and we hit our first mat routine. And then for game day, we also did really well. We did our first performance in 2 months in front of people, so that was great.
Okay, so for Disney, honestly, we have changed so much in the past 2 weeks, let alone the past few months for game day. So going into tonight and going into Disney next week, it's really exciting because we're finally seeing all the changes come together. And I think this is the most confident that we've been, especially since all the changes. So going into Disney, I feel that we're actually going to do really well, and it's very different than what we've performed in the past few weeks and months. But we have to be proud of where we've come and what all we've done in the past few weeks. And in Disney, I think that we can expect a hit, and because we're facing different teams that are actually our size, I think that we'll score a lot better too.
PT Warrior bowling team had a match last night against Jeanette at the Bowl Arena. The boys team sadly lost. The girls team won their 3rd game, and senior Alyssa Belest shot a 6.79. This was the Warriors' last game together as a team, and players Alyssa Belest and Trent McCoy will continue to bowl in tournaments. Reporters Lillian Mahlmeyer caught up with senior Alyssa Belest last night.
I gotta say, my senior year has been so good. I got MVP this year. I've already won the WCCA tournament. I'm just so happy, and our team, we have the best team bonding. I love this year as a whole, and I'm happy I don't bowl out of this place.
The boys lacrosse team has started their preseason training for this upcoming spring. We met up with Coach Hawk to see what this training entails and how you can get involved with the team.
Yeah, the voluntary off-season practices. On Mondays, we go at Mount Pleasant Sports Zone for indoor practices. Those are 7 to 8 out there. And then Wednesdays, we're right here at Fitness Center. Same thing, 7 to 8 o'clock, getting some weightlifting in. And then starting March 6th, we're in business with regular season. I have a school email. Just look me up on your email system. HACH is the last name. Should be the only one there. It's a great crossover sport. So if you play, one sport right now and you're not busy in the spring, it's an excellent opportunity to do a different sport in the spring and be successful at it. The full spectrum of athlete can be successful at lacrosse.
Speaking of spring sports starting up, the 2023 Penn Trafford Warrior preseason baseball schedule for all eligible high school participants has been announced. All returning players and prospects are strongly encouraged to attend unless they're participating in another high school sport. Beginning Sunday, February 5th, all coaches and players will adhere to the following schedule. On Sundays, juniors and seniors will report to the high school gymnasium at 11:30. On Mondays, freshmen and sophomores will report to the hitting center at 4 o'clock. On Wednesdays, seniors report to the hitting center at 4, while juniors report at 4:45. On Fridays, freshmen and sophomores will report to the hitting center at 4 o'clock. The regular season begins officially on March 6th. It's been 3 years since the Whitfield Rifle team has qualified for Team Whitfields, where they finished in 3rd place. This year they have qualified again, and those shooting will try their best to get that gold medal. They compete for the title next week. Good luck, Warriors! The girls' basketball team took on Montour High School on Tuesday night in what was set to be a great game from the start. Reporters Aiden Pula and Dominic Morelli went to the game to find out how Penn Trafford celebrated their senior night.
Tuesday night was a big night for all senior girls basketball players. Seniors Kylie Piccone, Lily Palladino, and Delaney Green were all honored for senior night at the beginning of the game. Although the night was about the seniors, the underclassmen all shined, with junior Olivia Peppel leading the team with 17 points, and sophomore Lauren Martin with 11 in the girls' big 45-42 win over Montour High School. This win moves their record to 13-4. I caught up with senior Lily Palladino after the game to check her thoughts on the team's performance.
So in the first half we kind of had a slow start, but the second half our defense barely picked up and we hit a bunch of key shots, foul shots, everything. We had a bunch of steals. Just everyone played around, even the bench. White Star came in and hit a big 3 for us, and everyone all around just played great in the second half. We had a good team win on a tough night. Because senior night, a bunch of activities, everyone might be distracted, but we pulled away with a win.
And a great job to our girls basketball team. Now the boys also celebrated their senior night on Tuesday in a section game against Gateway. Once again, our reporters Aiden Pula and Dominic Morelli checked in with some of the players on how they felt to be honored on senior night.
The boys basketball team also had a big game last night that included pre-game senior night activities. Seniors Ethan Kane and Andrew Kessler were honored with their families before tip-off. Unfortunately, the boys couldn't pull through to the Gateway Gators in a 67-50 loss. Junior Tyler Freeze led the Warriors in scoring with 14 points. Junior Ian Temple had 10 points off the bench for the Warriors. I talked with senior Ethan Kane after the game about how it feels to be honored on senior night.
It's a great feeling, honestly. Just all the hard work that I put in, just finally paying off and just getting respected.
Yesterday in sports, the wrestling team fell to Cannon Macmillan 49-15 in the Whitfield Wrestling Playoffs. Tonight in sports, the rifle team travels to Mount Lebanon for a matchup at 3:30. The swimming and diving team takes on Latrobe at home at 6. The hockey team travels to the Kirk S. Nevin Arena to take on Latrobe at 7:15. And the girls basketball team hosts Oakland Catholic tonight at 7:30. Good luck to our Warriors tonight. That's all I have for sports today. Now let's send it back to TJ and Phelan at the desk.
Thanks, Ryer. But sadly, that's all for today's show. Thank you for watching Wake Up Warriors. Please stand for the Pledge of the Flag. I'm TJ.
And I'm Phelan. Have a great day, PT.